Hi. Hi. I came on here because I wanted to check in, number one. And number two, remind everybody about book club. Hi, Kane. ASMR book club time. I mean, it's not book club time right now. I wanted to remind everybody that indeed we are doing book club. This is the first time you've ever live watched my live. Hi Moose. Hello from India. Hi. Sorry, I have so many. I came on to talk about books, but more importantly, book club. I wanted to talk about Bryant's book club. We're reading Some of the Wild Built by Becky Chambers, my favorite. I have a lot of favorite authors. One of my favorite contemporary authors, Becky Chambers. Hi from Turkey. Hi. Stop, Kaylee. Focus. I wanted to talk to everybody about whether or not they're participating in Some of the Wild Built, aka this month's book of Bryant's book club. And I also wanted to say, while I'm here, that I made the mistake of traveling without my copy of Some of the Wild Built, even though I'm going to be away when I'm doing the live. When is book club? It's on the 20th. So either do your homework prior, or you're just going to have to watch everybody else participate. Anyways, so I forgot my book, so I had to buy another copy of Some of the Wild Built. So since I have a second copy, I think what I am going to do is I am going to annotate this one and give it away to somebody at random. So I don't know how I'm going to randomly choose who to give this to. But yeah, I'm gonna annotate it. I'm not going to annotate it in the way that like your English professor would appreciate, just, you know, like little things here and there, just, you know, I don't know. So I'm gonna be doing a giveaway, and I'm gonna send somebody an annotated copy of this Some of the Wild Built. And so, yeah, I think that that'd be fun. And I really enjoyed this book, but we'll talk about the actual book when it's book club time. Am I right? I think we're right. In the meantime, I wanted to talk about other books that I'm reading, because, you know, books. I have read a few books this month. My goal of the year, I feel like we should talk about goals, right? Mafiso, what a great name. Mafiso says hi. Kawaii, arigato, konnichiwa. And so my goal of the year is to read 30 books this year. I might surpass it, I might not. I wanted to put it at something attainable for myself. But don't compare yourself to my level of reading. Like, you can read one book a year and be completely impressed with that. I'm impressed with you. You're reading. Or you can read like 200 books in a year, which I know a lot of people do. Shout out to you. I'm currently reading a few books. Physical copy, I'm reading Zadie Smith's On Beauty. I'm like very early stages of reading it, and I'm enjoying it. This is a very beat up copy. I didn't do this to my book. I bought this used at this adorable thrift bookshop. Doesn't matter. I'm also listening to the audiobook of Water Stains. Ew. I'm listening to the audiobook of The Song of Achilles and really enjoying it. I wanted to not like it because everybody was talking about it, and I wanted to be different. but it's really good. Highly, highly recommend. Nobody told me it was gay. It's so gay, and I love it. Somebody says, show me your nails. My nails? Do you like how my hands are shaking because I'm drinking too much coffee? They're just nails. They're too long right now, but I digress. I have been reading On Beauty, Song of Achilles, and of course, naturally, since I've been listening to Song of Achilles and enjoying it, what have I been doing but starting, there it is, Homer's The Iliad and the Odyssey. And wow. What a difference. Obviously, we're talking about contemporary interpretation versus the actual Homer classic. But I'm enjoying all of it. I also recently finished Transcendent Kingdom by, I want to say, Yagyasi. If I say that wrong, please correct me. If you can handle how dark and how heavy the topics are in that book, I highly recommend. I think it might be one of my favorite books that I've read this year. I also finished The Vegetarian and The White Book by Han Kang. I really loved both of them. Specifically The White Book, though. I don't like poetry necessarily, but it changed my mind about poetry. I really liked it. The Vegetarian was amazing, horrifically dark, once again. Like, only read it if you can really handle some heavy, hard topics. My only issue with The Vegetarian, as if I have any right to have any input on novels, was that it's the story following this woman who stops eating meat and how it basically affects her family and husband, like everybody around her, basically. And the book is told from 3 different perspectives: her husband's perspective, her brother-in-law's perspective, and then her sister. And the entire time, what this woman is going through and what you're taking in from other people's perspective is so interesting that I just want to know her perspective on everything. I want to know her thoughts. And so I want Hong Kong to come out with like a follow-up book to The Vegetarian, solely told by the main character's point of view, you know? I don't know. So I was left wanting more, but that's probably the point, right? Have I watched Harry Potter or read it before? Also, can you say hey to Sadie? Hey, Sadie. I have, strangely, I'm gonna get like book canceled. Is that how this works? I've watched Harry Potter, love the movies. I've only ever audiobook listened to, I think, the first 2 Harry Potters, and never got into it. I'm sure I will at one point, but I don't know. I haven't felt drawn towards, number one, reading them or listening to them. Is this how I get book canceled? Book fluencer canceled? But yeah, no, never really got into the books, but I think that's because I grew up watching the Harry Potter movies. And so that's like a huge part of my childhood that I feel like it was fulfilled in a certain way, that I didn't necessarily start off with the books. I don't know. You can cancel me for my lack of that. What else have I been reading? Been reading a lot. I'm also the very beginning of A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, but it's strangely daunting to me, which, I mean, it's only 100 pages longer than this one that I'm like breezing through. It's just the denseness of it slightly daunts me. Like I feel like I'm never gonna finish it. Also understand that it's horrifically depressing, and I'm scared. I can already see where it's going with the characters, specifically Jude, and I'm scared. But the thing is I'm listening to Song of Achilles, and I obviously know how that's one is gonna end. But maybe it's because I'm listening to it. It's easier to get through when I'm like, oh, okay, like everybody's gonna die. 日本語を話せますか？はい。日本語を話して。I don't have anything to say though. What else? What else? If you guys have any book recommendations, I'd love to know what you guys are reading. I ordered books from my TBR. Oh my goodness, which books did you order from my TBR? Thank you, I'm a blank. Hi, fellow blank. Which books did you order from my TBR? It's always scary when somebody's like, oh, like, I think I posted a picture of my TBR, a lot of which I've already read. And somebody was like, oh, Kaylee, I bought that book that you recommended. I'm like, whoa. I never recommended them because I haven't read them yet. I don't know if I'm recommending them. Where's my brain going? What else is on my TBR? Because I read Transcendent Kingdom and loved it, I immediately went out and bought Homegoing by the same author. Haven't read that yet, but looking forward to doing it. Also, after I finished The Vegetarian by Han Kang, I immediately, that's not true, I didn't immediately like following it. I then went out and bought Kim Ji-young, born 1982, I believe that's what it's called. And I actually had to stop reading it because it reminded me so much of The Vegetarian that I wanted to stop reading that and read it later in the year when I didn't have The Vegetarian so fresh in my mind. It's very, it's told from the same perspective, I guess, because it starts off being told from the husband's perspective of the wife not being well in his mind. And so I set it down. It's very well done. Obviously, it's very highly acclaimed. I just had to put it down because I just read a book very similar to it. So yeah. Do I have anything else to say? I don't think so. So anyways, book club is on the 20th. It's in less than 10 days. What day is it today? 7 days? Oh, it's in a week. Is that right? What day is it today? It doesn't matter. Book club is on the 20th. We're reading Some of the Wild Built. It's only 150 pages. Less than that, 140. I can count. It's 147 pages. And I enjoyed it. I hope you guys are enjoying it or have enjoyed it as well. And I'm doing a giveaway of my annotated copy. And I don't know how I'm going to figure out who to give it to, but I will give it to somebody. So stay tuned for that. I don't know how I'm going to go about that, but I will research how other people go about these things because, you know, people do that. People do that. I love you so much too, 9-year grave. So yeah, remember, I'm gonna glaze through how to participate because I feel like most people know, but just in case you don't know, the way that Bryant's book club works is that I set the book, Some of the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. And basically during or after you've read it, post your review using #Bryant's Book Club. I read all of the reviews, all of them. I love to hear other people's opinions on books, whether you hate it or love it. I want to know. And based off of your review, I will usually decide on 3 to 4 people. I'll probably do 3 this session on who I'm going to live chat with during the live, and we can discuss the book. And yeah, I've actually already picked somebody to talk to. So there's 2 slots open. So yeah. I hope you guys are staying safe and having a good day. And I hope that you are spending your time wisely. But yeah, love you guys. Stay safe. Stay hydrated.